globalists want to have a depression, but a controlled one. And they've said this at Davos many years. Bilderberg's talked about it. CFR, Trilateral Commission, publicly have said a controlled post-industrial world, a controlled collapse. And if they need to have a big World War III to do that, they'll do it. And here we are, just with proxy wars in Libya, proxy wars bringing down Syria, proxy revolutions in Egypt, proxy revolutions being exported into Iran, bombings, bases being blown up, people being assassinated, magnet bombs thrown onto cars by motorcycles. Israel's using AlQaeda to do the killing. Even NBC News reports that. And we've reached this twilight zone point where everything I've been talking about is hidden in plain view, admitted. But then even when the general public, many of them see the information, it's like, yeah, but I still got to get my rights up. Al-Qaeda's going to get me. And then I've got stacks of news again today where Google, Twitter, Facebook, all of them are announcing censorship, working with any governments they want to track exactly where you are from every Twitter, to block Twitters with keywords before they go out, to not let people politically organize with it, Google tracking people, Google delisting people when government asks, including the U.S. government. Just a bum rush. You know, and I guess mine was right a few weeks ago, and we quote beat SOPA for now, that the recording industry wanted to ham-fistedly go in and start chopping up the internet itself, and the big mega technology companies in Silicon Valley, and Rupert Murdoch even tweeted about this himself. They came in and said, no, we're going to run this. Governments aren't going to run this. We're going to do it. We know how to do it. We know how to, call it, we're just changing the way YouTube operates. So you put in one of my video headlines now and it doesn't show up, or only somebody's copy of it does. I'm seeing that now. I mean, we're being delisted everywhere. They've delisted us off the news of Google. And they admit they're censoring. People are like, no, they're not censoring. So it's all coming down. I mean, it is getting crazy. I'm going to tell you about the guests that are coming up. Huge amounts of news. I'm going to try to cover it all straight ahead on this Friday edition. We'll be right back. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It is Friday. It is already the 17th day of February 2012. And we've got Greg Palast, BBC investigative journalist, with huge breaking news on a host of military fronts, economic fronts, web censorship fronts, and the inside scoop on News Corps, obviously being blackmailed and controlled by the Obama deception operation. Suddenly you're seeing a lot of Obama worship over at News Corps, and Sky TV's now suddenly worshiping the Labour Party over in England because they've got the prosecutors ready to drop the hammer on all of them. They just arrested 8 more News Corps people last week. So this could be the end of News Corps as we know it, unless they basically become current TV and hire Al Gore on their board. And I'm not joking. You may see stuff like that. So this may be the only way the globalist liberal arm of the New World Order can actually get viewers, is to actually have a hostile intelligence operation takeover of News Corps through blackmail. Of course, News Corps has got plenty of dirt on the left arm of the New World Order that they're part of, but there is infighting inside the system. The Founding Fathers said over and over again, the one thing that'll stop tyranny, there's 2 things: a vigilant, active population with a Republican form of government. A republic doesn't mean Republican Party if you're a new listener. Every time I say Republican form of government, they go, how dare you say a Republican government only? That's not what we're talking about. Side issue. The point is that you need an active, awake, informed, involved population that defends liberty aggressively. But you've also, in this fight, on top of that, need to understand there's a separation of powers, so that the power structure is always busy fighting with itself over the power, so you can't get one centralized dictator-type guy in total, full control. All right, continuing here, let me just go over some of the headlines, and then it's Friday. I'm just going to open the phones up instead of just ranting off into oblivion over all of this news. Let me just start here. Conservatives and enthusiasts cheer the end of the long gun registry in Canada. National Post. Now, Canadians a decade ago said when they pass this, they're going to use it for gun confiscation.